On today's video, we will look at the National Association of Realtors' latest pending home sales report. Hi, I'm Mac Rogers, real estate broker here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Quick recap of our last pending home sales number. Last month, this is what happened. Pending sales fell for the fifth consecutive month, down 1.2% in March from February. Only the Northeast region went up and the other three regions were down. On a year-over-year basis, pending sales fell for the 10th consecutive month by 8.2%, with pending sales down across all regions. Before I continue with this month's report, the reason we look at pending sales number is because this is a good leading indicator of what actually sales will look like 30 to 60 days down the line. We get a good picture of whether there's a slowdown or things are ramping up. And this is the latest report for this month. Pending home sales in April is down again. This is the sixth consecutive month that pending home sales are down. This time around, it's only the Midwest region that saw an increase month over month. All the other three major regions reported declines. That's on a month-to-month basis. But if we look at the year-to-year basis, all the four major regions registered a drop in year-over-year contract activity. The drop was 3.9% month-to-month and 9.1% on a year-to-year basis. Here's the April pending home sales regional breakdown. Month-over-month, the Northeast pending home sales index fell 16.2% in April and 14.3% decline from a year ago. In the Midwest, the index rose 6.6% last month, but year-to-year it was down 2.8% from April of 2021. Pending home sales transaction in the South dropped 4.7% in April and down 10.3% from 1 year ago. The index in the West is down 4.3% in April and down 10.5% from a year ago. Lawrence Yun, National Association of Realtors chief economist, had this to say about this month's report. Pending contracts are telling as they better reflect the timelier impact from higher mortgage rates than do closing. The latest contract signings mark 6 consecutive months of declines and are the slowest pace in nearly a decade. If you follow the channel, you know that last year and heading into this year, I am or was super bullish about the housing market. All the experts that I follow were still projecting us to appreciate for the next 4 to 5 years. Take a look at this. This was the forecast at the beginning of the year. I even said in the beginning of the year that I believe home price appreciation forecasts would be revised up. And that is indeed what happened. Take a look at this most recent forecast. But with mortgage rates increasing more than what most experts expected, the forecast for existing home sales is expected to go down by 9% in 2022 and home price appreciation to go down a bit to 5% by year's end, according to NAR's forecast. Just to give you an idea of how this whole mortgage rate going up is affecting home buyers, the cost of purchasing a home has gone up by more than 25% from 1 year ago. That's just the cost of the loan. You factor in higher home prices, you add another 15% to the overall cost of buying a home. No wonder there are less and less buyers out there. That's a big jump. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. In fact, according to the weekly mortgage application survey from the Mortgage Bankers Association, the decline in application was fairly unsurprising. This decline in mortgage application is slower than compared to recent weeks because mortgage rates has actually improved in the last 2 weeks. We can probably say that buyers are still jumping in every time there's a dip in rates, taking advantage of the opportunity. We have to be careful looking at these mortgage applications though, because they include refinance applications as well. And right now, refis are at an all-time low because pretty much a lot of people took advantage of the low rate. So mortgage applications should continue to go down because of less refinances. And any dip in mortgage rates would probably not help this part of the market. The one thing that is getting a lot of attention lately are adjustable rate mortgages. Lots of people are getting worried and concerned that we are going back to the loose lending standards that caused the housing crisis the last time. I'll keep this one short. There is nothing to worry about. Adjustable rate mortgages are great if they meet your needs. The last time, they were just products that were abused, and that is why we ended up where we ended up. I don't see that happening this time around. So if you're buying a house and say you have a shorter time horizon, say inside of 5 years, an adjustable rate mortgage might be something worth looking into. Talk to your lender. I'm not telling you to get it. Please do your own due diligence. This coming slowdown is simply because everything is getting more expensive for the average American family who wants to buy a home. We're not only talking about higher monthly mortgage payments, but also the effects of rapid inflation, including surging fuel and food costs. I think another thing that might or could happen is that areas where housing is still relatively cheap or cheaper will continue to benefit, if you will, from this rising mortgage rates, as more buyers will probably want to expand their search in order to afford and get what they want. Because the reality is, even though a lot of companies are calling back their employees to come back to work, there's still a majority of workers that are doing work from home. We can look at all these things either as a half empty or half full glass, if you will. I think for buyers, there are scenarios in which the market is getting better if you are buying. Again, from Lawrence Yun, quote, if mortgage rates stabilize roughly at the current level of 5.3% and job gains continue, home sales could also stabilize in the coming months. Home sales in 2022 are expected to be down about 9%, and if mortgage rates climb to 6%, then the sales activity could fall by 15%. Home prices, in the meantime, appear in no danger of any meaningful decline. There is an ongoing housing shortage, and properly listed homes are still selling swiftly, generally seeing a contract signed within a month. Let me unpack this before I end this video. I agree with him on the 5.3% mortgage rate being the norm, and it won't stop buyers from buying. In fact, if you follow the channel, I've said it before that I think we are good up to 5.5% mortgage rate. We simply have too much demand from buyers that have the capability of still buying at these elevated mortgage rates levels. Yes, there are people or home buyers that got priced out and will continue to get priced out, but the reality is we still have buyers in this market. And this is why he said there is no danger of home prices declining, at least a meaningful decline. And take note of what he said at the end. Properly listed homes are still selling swiftly. There is a difference between mispricing a home and doing price adjustments as opposed to prices falling. In other words, it's still competitive out there, but less competitive. That's the latest from the National Association of Realtors pending home sales report. To recap, pending sales are down again 3.9% for the 6th consecutive month. The Midwest region was the only region that saw an increase month to month. Year over year, pending sales is down 9.1%. This marks 11 consecutive months of year over year drop in decline for all regions. Hey, thanks for watching. Please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. It greatly helps out our channel. Happy Memorial Day.